This is some huge news, and I'm really surprised that we're not hearing more talks of this over on social media. So I want to stress this to you guys. Uniswap is a big name in the crypto industry space, and they just had a vote that went through, and it looks like we're moving away from the Ethereum side over towards the BNB chain for the version 3 protocol. So there's more information on this in the Cointelegraph article here. I'll have a link to this article down in the description below, and I'll share my thoughts and my opinions on this at the end of the video. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. Uniswap holders propose ditching Ethereum for BNB chain to deploy version 3 protocol. 80% of Uniswap holders voted to support the deployment of the Uniswap protocol's version 3 to BNB chain, while the remaining voters voted against the move. 80%! So a vast, overwhelming amount of the majority. A temperature check proposal to deploy the Uniswap version 3 protocol to BNB chain received overwhelming support from the Uniswap community on its governance forum. 80% of voters holding Uniswap's Uni governance token have voted in favor of deploying the third version of the decentralized exchange protocol on BNB chain, a rival of the Ethereum network. In a proposal posted on January 17th, Ilya Maximenko, CEO of the decentralized finance protocol Plasma Finance, argued why the Uniswap version 3 protocol should be deployed to BNB chain, writing, quote, "We believe this is the right moment for Uniswap to deploy on BNB proof of stake chain for many reasons. One of them is license expiration." After the discussion on the governance forum, the Uniswap community conducted a temperature check poll to see if the community approved of the idea. 80% of the votes were in favor of the deployment, while the remaining 20% voted against it. Blockchain software firm Consensus supported the move, according to Cameron O'Donnell, DAO governance strategist at Consensus. The firm views the brand of the protocol as, quote, standalone and not beholden to any particular chain, despite centralization concerns, O'Donnell explained. Regardless of personal views, Uniswap entering the BSC market will provide current and future users with a secure and established medium for decentralized exchange. In addition, the Consensus executive also said that the firm believes that it's important for Uniswap to be chain agnostic to better serve all users within the Web3 space. Following the approval of the governance proposal, the Plasma Finance team estimates that the deployment of the necessary smart contracts to BNB chain may take around 5 to 7 weeks. On December 22nd, BNB chain surpassed the Ethereum network in the number of unique addresses. BSC scan data showed that the blockchain had 233 million addresses compared with the 217 million unique addresses on Ethereum. However, while the chain claims to be, quote, the largest layer 1 blockchain, the numbers are far from the Bitcoin network's 1 billion unique addresses. All right, so let's go ahead and dive more into this on my thoughts. Guys, look at it this way. If you've been proactively trading on the Binance Smart Chain in the last week, 2 weeks, you probably have noticed that the gas fees have started going up a tad bit. As it's highlighting in this article here, there are a substantial amount of addresses that exist over in the Binance Smart Chain. Now, also keep in mind that when you look at PancakeSwap, which would be a leading competitor in this instance against Uniswap, when Uniswap makes its move over to showing support for the BNB chain, with PancakeSwap, there's been a variety of projects, a plethora of them that have launched over there that ended up being what? Scams. So you do need to be careful with this, obviously, as this shows more support for BNB. The word's going to get out there, and even more scammers are going to be trying to capitalize on this. So always double check, triple check your situation. Go ahead and go into the communities, make everything your own judgment call on this stuff, because lo and behold, it can happen to the best of us. We can still end up getting screwed over, and we continue to learn as this whole series of steps moves forward, this whole industry space moves forward. Like myself, I've been in this space for years now. And there was an instance that happened just a couple months ago where I ended up having $1,600 worth of crypto stolen from me out of my wallet. And it was because there was an old project from like 6 months or 9 months before that I still had the contract given permissions. Even though that project didn't exist anymore, they had rug pulled. They went totally silent for like 6 or 9 months. All of a sudden, boom, they decided that they wanted to, at that moment in time, participate in it again. And then just one night, like 2 o'clock in the morning or something, I guess it's in the morning, right? They ended up taking $1,600. So it can happen to the best of us. I thought that I had removed permissions because I went through the extension with MetaMask and it didn't show that it was on there. But lo and behold, just because it didn't show it on there, it did end up still having it have the connection through, if you checked it on the Binance Smart Chain. So guys, you do need to be careful. Obviously, if you want to play it the safest route and you're trying to purchase cryptocurrency, people take the route of only buying Bitcoin or only buying Ethereum or only buying BNB, like those top 10 sort of cryptos. But even with that, we still see fallouts of things such as what happened with FTX, with FTT's token. So nothing is guaranteed in this space. And the golden rule of investing is what? Never invest more than you're willing to lose. So going back over towards this information here, showing 80% of people in Uniswap saying, hey, let's also move this over to the BNB side, fully knowing that there's already PancakeSwap that's out there. It really makes a strong statement. If you take a look at how Ethereum has been making their progress with things, did it help with their latest update and reducing down their gas fees? Kind of. It's still very expensive. And guess what? What do you think is going to happen is even more users get onboarded onto the Ethereum network. It's only going to end up going up higher, right? As more activity comes in, Ethereum just hasn't been showing itself to be an economically viable option for doing mundane transactions through everyday life. You have to have a substantial amount of capital, and the majority of people that are trying to get involved with cryptocurrency, those new people onboarding, they're not the 1%, right? What about the 99% of other people? What about people that are lower class or in poverty that are looking at these and trying to jump in and just do a little something? If they can't even do the little something because it costs so much in gas, then they're going to get scared away and they're probably going to go look at other options. Hence, where they take a look at what's going on in the BNB chain. So the industry space is very young. There's a lot of opportunity for growth, but we have to be careful with how we approach these things. And I have a suspicion that we'll see an increase in the number of scam accounts, scam projects that are out there as Uniswap tries to make this move over. And this sounds like it's not going to take them very long. They were only talking about, let's see if I can find this again here real quick. The amount of time for this upgrade would be approximately 5 to 7 weeks. I had to pause the video there for a second to go find it again. 5 to 7 weeks, which is in the broad spectrum of things, not very long. It could end up taking longer. You hear a lot of these time frames with crypto and these different companies, and lo and behold, it ends up taking a lot longer than that. But this is Uniswap after all. And so I have a little bit more of an inclination to believe that their time frame for this is probably pretty accurate. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is a good move? I do want to also just sort of highlight this as the last element, is that with them making this move over, if there's going to be a significant increase in the amount of activity on the Binance Smart Chain, I would likely expect that the gas fees are going to go up even more. So do keep that in mind. A lot of people are looking at different RPC endpoints, trying to find ways to cut corners, to conserve on costs, but there are their own inherent risks if you decide that you want to go down that route. So do be careful. I am not a financial advisor. Please go do your own research. Tell us your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think this is bullish for other crypto that are already on the Binance Smart Chain? Do you think that this is going to help those that are pre-existing take off even more? What do you guys think? Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon, Oz for being higher level patrons. And thank you to my YouTube members for your support. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.